So there. Welcome to Midday Meditation. Each day we focus on some quality of the soul, because this is how we get to know who we are. This is how we get to know our own assets. All of the qualities and the virtues of the soul are our means of succeeding in life, and they're all purpose. They're all purpose tools, not just for specific situations, not just for specific times of life, but these virtues we can rely on all the time. Hi. So the quality which we're going to look at today is surrender. Now, if you're in a military application, surrender means you realize that you're not going to win, and so you give up and you let the other side win. That's what it means from a military sense. From a spiritual sense, surrender is something that's done with love. It's not defeat. But surrender from a spiritual sense means having the awareness that there is a higher purpose, that there's a greater reality, that there is a source of goodness or a supreme being, however you understand what is the highest. Surrender means there's something higher than what is observable on the earth plane in the material world. There's more to life. As my mother used to say, there's more to life than making and spending money. Surrender is recognizing this. And so we surrender when we deeply understand this, that not only is there a higher plane, but I'm connected with this higher plane. I'm not just an ant running around here on earth, but I'm connected to the higher plane. I have values and principles which relate me to the higher plane. And also I have a very dignified destiny. And when we start to understand this, then surrender means I'm surrendering to a higher purpose. I'm not giving up. I'm simply recognizing that if I want good things from life, I have to go about it the right way. I have to, I would say, trade up rather than give up. I have to trade up my small and limited attainments and accomplishments and pleasures in order to experience something that is higher and more satisfying. This is surrender. And so surrender requires us to refine our understanding of goodness, our understanding of God, our understanding of right and wrong. And we get a lot of good input from our families and our religions, etc., on all of these topics. But to surrender, we really have to prove to ourselves. We have to ask our own questions and come up with answers that we're happy with. Who am I? What is my life about? What is the highest that I can accomplish in my life? And then we surrender with love. It doesn't mean that we give up anything. We still keep our job and we stay where we are, and etc. But surrender means all of my resources I'm using as best I can for a higher good. While I'm doing all the things that I have to do, I'm still doing my job and shopping and cleaning the house and seeing my friends. But I'm using this life that I have can be of service for a higher good. And so I'm doing two things at the same time. And now the soul is satisfied and the body is satisfied. I'm integrating the two entities who make up a human being, soul and body. I'm satisfying both at the same time. This is surrender. So this is what we'll explore together today. To begin with, take a few deep, easy breaths. Watch the air enter and leave the lungs. Notice how quiet and easy the breath is. We usually don't even notice breathing. It's so quiet and easy and reliable. As you exhale, let the body relax. As you exhale, let the mind relax and move into stillness. And now bring your awareness to the seat of the soul. Behind the third eye point is the invisible spiritual being. I am the peaceful soul who lives in this body. I live here peacefully. Peace is natural for a soul. And peace means not driven by extreme desires, not having any complaints, being flexible about my expectations. This kind of approach to life allows me to be peaceful. And when I'm peaceful, then I can be creative and productive. If I lose my peace because I'm overtaken by desires or obsessed with my complaints or I have too many expectations, any of these cause me to lose my peace. So we always start meditation by coming into the place of peace. Bring your awareness very deeply within to the innermost place of silence. And let the energy of peace flow. Peace is natural for a soul, but peace is also a power because we live in a world that is anything but peaceful. So peace is the power that keeps me alert, free from influences in the present moment, flexible, creative. We have to start with the foundation of peace. Surrender is a really big topic, but also there are small surrenders. If I insist on having my way, I can choose to surrender. It doesn't have to be my way. Let's see what other way is possible. A small surrender. Or if I'm opposed to someone or something, I can surrender. Let me just accept. Acceptance is a spiritual quality. Being opposed is not a spiritual quality because on the spiritual plane, everything is done non-violently, in peace and love. If I desperately want something to happen and I'm losing my sleep over it, I can surrender. Let me have faith that whatever happens, I can deal with it. I can create benefit from it. Sometimes the body doesn't cooperate when I want it to. Rather than forcing the body, I can surrender. I take care of the body now, the body will serve me later. Many small ways every day that we can surrender. And surrender simply means come back to my state of peace. Stop trying to force things to happen that probably won't happen anyway. Surrender. To see myself as a spiritual being in this body, in this life, so that I might express my spiritual qualities. When life is going well, we don't need very many spiritual qualities. When life isn't going well, these are the opportunities to find and strengthen and express our spiritual qualities, to surrender. Surrender to the higher good. Let me be respectful to everyone. I don't need respect myself, but if I give respect to others, people will naturally respect me. Surrender to my own limitations. This is as much that I can do now. Maybe I can do a little bit more. Let's try. But I'm not going to force myself, hurt myself, or even abuse myself in order to accomplish more. Surrender to my limitations and then slowly, slowly, slowly build up my capacity. Surrender to the right of everyone to have their own opinion. People don't have to agree with me or support me. The main thing is I need to be confident that what I'm doing is right, and then I surrender. I let other people make their own decisions. Surrender to the higher good. Every soul has the same freedom. Freedom to think whatever I want, freedom to believe whatever I want. I surrender to the higher good, the greater good, the good of the community. This keeps me light and peaceful, and it allows me to be loving. If I'm hanging on to something, if I'm trying to force something, I cannot be loving. I have to surrender, trade up. What is the best, the most valuable that I could experience right now? I, the soul. What gives the soul sustainable happiness? These are questions we have to answer for ourselves. And when we come up with good answers, we naturally go to a higher level of surrender. I surrender to the highest good, whatever that means for me. I let go of feeling responsible. I am responsible for myself, but that's all. I let go of trying to control. I surrender. When everyone surrenders and we just cooperate with each other, wonderful things can be created. Surrender allows me to tap into the many qualities within myself. Surrender also allows me to see the goodness and the abilities and the talents in others. When I surrender, I'm never threatened by anyone. I have my part to play, other people have their part. Nobody can prevent me from playing my part. And conversely, I cannot play anyone else's part. Surrender. The greatness of my own life is that I always follow my highest principles. I use my virtues. I learn from life. Part of surrender is to consider myself to always be a student. There's always more to learn. Those who consider themselves to be experts stop learning. Students find learning in everything. Surrender to the greater good, the highest task. Universal truth. We may call universal truth the source. We may call universal truth the higher being. We may call universal truth God. However, we understand that which is highest. That's what we surrender to. Nothing less. See yourself, the tiny eternal soul, the tiny point of light. See yourself projected into the dimension of light, the place where we souls came from, and see yourself in a place of complete silence, sweet silence, and freedom. Stillness, no objects, no action, just pure being. I am a peaceful, loving, contented soul. And see yourself in the presence of the Supreme Soul, the source of all goodness. Just as we souls radiate the vibrations of our thoughts and our feelings, so the Supreme Soul radiates waves of pure goodness, unconditional love, and deep, deep peace. The one being who has no personal motives, no hidden motives, no ulterior motives. The one who simply exists to radiate goodness, to inspire, to help. The one who is the embodiment of the highest truth. See yourself in the presence of this being and see yourself absorbing the light of love, peace, and truth. Now bring your awareness back into the present moment and see yourself as constantly surrendering with love, surrendering to the highest good, letting go of lower levels of attainment so that you can experience higher levels of attainment. Om Shanti. Now for your blessing. So, your blessing, surrender. You, the soul, resonate with tranquility. You have attained this serene state by surrendering to God's guidance and embracing it in every aspect of your life. Your presence is a lighthouse of serenity for those seeking enlightened freedom.